Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time stopping by, thank you for visiting. Today I am doing a comparison video between the Speedy Bandolier in the size 30 and the Neverfull in the size MM. So as you can see, both of mine are in the damier ebene print. I love the damier ebene print so much. I just got the Speedy B 30 about a month ago, and I've been using it absolutely every single day since I purchased it. I'm so in love with this bag. I do have a what's in my bag video posted on this, so if you're interested, I will link that video down below afterwards. But yes, I currently am using this bag and have been using it since I purchased it like 3 days before Christmas. So all of my stuff is currently in the Speedy bag. So I'll go ahead and start off with the Speedy since I'm using this one and my things are in this one. This one is the bandolier version, which means that it has the attachable strap that you can use to convert this bag to a shoulder bag or a crossbody bag. It has the double handles. I did finally get my luggage tag in. In my last video, I had mentioned that I ordered one and it wasn't in yet, and it's in now. I know you're not supposed to put it on like this, like the buckle is supposed to be in the back, but I happen to like mine like this. Also, I don't want the buckle scraping up against the chap and putting marks on it, so I just like having the buckle in the front. I think the buckle's pretty. And I still have my little Michael Kors puff on here. So the Speedy is a very versatile bag. This bag can be carried 3 different ways. It can be carried as a top handle bag, which can be used in the hand or on the crook of your arm. It can be used as a shoulder bag, which is the way I use it primarily. And currently I just have the 2 straps attached to it. It does have a 3rd strap that you can use, and when you put the 3rd strap on, it can then be used as a crossbody bag or as a longer shoulder bag. So this bag is extremely versatile in terms of how you can style it and how you can carry it. Now the Neverfull, which I have right here, I have it stuffed right now with bubble paper. I like to keep this bubble paper that shows up in packages because that's what I use to stuff my bags with so they can keep their shape. But for the purpose of this video, I'll go ahead and just take this out. Okay, so the Neverfull is also a beautiful bag. Again, I have it in the damier ebene print, and it is only able to be carried one way, and that is it's a shoulder bag. Now some women do carry it in the crook of their arm, but I'm not very tall. I'm only 5'4", and I find that carrying it on the crook of my arm just looks awkward on me because then the bag just kind of hangs too low and the straps are kind of long. But I guess if you wanted to carry this on the crook of your arm, you could, but it's definitely not as versatile as the Speedy is. So the interior of this bag is very spacious as well. I have the rose ballerine interior. Mine has gotten some marks on the inside of it because of the light color, and primarily it's from the leather, because if you put like your pochette that it comes with, the dark leather, the treated leather that's on the pochette rubs up against the interior of it and makes marks on the inside. So, but for the most part, it's really clean and has held up really well. Now, this particular bag has 1 zipper on the inside, right here. This is a really large zipper pocket though, like it's really big. You can fit a lot in here. You can put a full-size wallet in here along with many other things. But the bag does not close on top any other way other than with this one little tiny clip. So this is an open tote, whereas the Speedy Bandolier has the double zips on top. So this one is a more secure bag if you are concerned about, you know, somebody being able to get into your bag or reaching in there when you have it on. This is a more secure bag than the Neverfull is. Now, if you have the Classic is only able to be worn one way. and that's just with the top handles. And it only has one zipper, whereas the Bandolier comes with a double zip. Oops, I almost dropped it. So, and then it has the beautiful red interior. Now this one also has a pocket on the inside, but this pocket is not very big. Like, it looks like you would be able to fit quite a bit in it from the video, but it actually is not that huge of a pocket. But yeah, so it does have one zipper pocket on the inside. Both bags have a D-ring on the inside as well. So on the Speedy, the D-ring is on the front side right here, and I currently have my little key clay attached to it. And so they both have D-rings. On the Neverfull, the D-ring is on the same side as the zipper. So here's the zipper and here is the D-ring. And with the Neverfull, you do get an additional piece. With the Neverfull, which I have it in my Speedy right now, with the Neverfull, you get this pochette that comes with it. So the Neverfull comes with a pochette, and the pochette can be attached to this D-ring over here. So if you want to put stuff that's, you know, of importance, if you're traveling, maybe put your passports in here or your airline tickets or whatever, if you still print airline tickets. I mean, does anybody print airline tickets anymore? I think most people use e-tickets, but you know, anything that's important, any kind of documents that you want, if you want to use this as your wallet, you can. And then you have the security of being able to attach it to the D-ring on the inside of the bag here. So while this bag does not close, it does still have a couple of features that offer some security to it. Also, you can cinch in the sides and make the opening a lot smaller, so that I never cinch it, so mine doesn't cinch very easily. So you can make it where it looks like this, and so the opening is a lot smaller. However, I never use mine that way because I feel like the MM is a little bit too small to cinch in the sides, so I never cinch my sides in. Now on the Damier Ebene bags, regardless of whether you have the Speedy or the Neverfull, it does have the treated leather. This leather is a little different from this leather. So this leather is a lot stiffer, and it is a lot more durable and resistant to getting scratches and stuff and cracks, whereas this leather right here that is on the trim is very, very buttery soft. So if you, mine is doing really well. It's holding up very nicely. It just has, you know, a couple of creases in it here and there, no cracking whatsoever though. Holding up very nicely. I am very happy. This bag is the bag that has received the most wear for me. I've used it more than any of them. It was my first Louis Vuitton purchase, and I have had it the longest, so it's been used the most. And I've kind of gotten to the point where I'm not really that careful with this bag. Obviously, I'm not going to set it down on anything that's like dirty or disgusting. I'm careful with it, but I don't baby it anymore. And it doesn't have, you know, any scuffs or scratches anywhere on it. The corners are still in beautiful shape. No wear and tear whatsoever. The canvas isn't fading. Nothing. I mean, these aren't cracking or even really wrinkling. Everything on this bag still looks beautiful. But as I was saying, this leather is different from this leather. This leather is very thin layer of leather. It's very buttery soft. This leather will get scratches on it very easily, as opposed to this that does not scratch as easily, because this leather actually is feels a lot thicker. It almost feels like it has a thicker coating on it as well than this does. So that brings me to, I'm sorry, I'm struggling with this one bra strap. Do you girls have one of those bras where no matter what you do, one strap always wants to try to fall off your shoulder? It's annoying. Okay, so that leads me to what I was going to tell you about the Speedy. So everybody says that the Damier Ebene print is so carefree that you don't have to, you know, worry about babying it, you know, this, that, and the other. And that it's, you know, it's better to get that than the vachetta, because the vachetta you have to worry about patina and all this other stuff. Well, that's not exactly true, because these bags come with their own little set of problems that you have to kind of look out for as well that you don't have to worry about with vachetta bags. So on the Speedy, these handles they're covered with the same leather that is on the trim of the Neverfull. So it's not this leather that's very sturdy and strong and durable. It's this leather that's very buttery soft and scratches very easily. So it is very easy to get scratches on this part of your bag if you have the damier eben. And here is where you run into problems. With the damier eben bags, if you scratch it, it's going to leave a white mark. It's going to be very visible, and there is nothing you can really do to get rid of that scratch, especially if it's a deeper scratch. If it's just like a surface scratch, you might be able to get rid of it, and I will tell you how to do that because I've already experienced that with this bag. But you have to be really careful still, because if you're wearing jewelry and you put your arm through here, you can scratch the handles on the underside with your rings. If you're wearing rings, if you have a watch on that has, you know, that's bejeweled, you can scratch it. So if you have this bag and you're wearing jewelry and you're going to carry it in the crook of your arm or just as a top handle, just be mindful of your jewelry and the way you're carrying it, because this scratches easily. Now, the actual chaps that are on here are the same leather as the handles on the Neverfull, so they are a lot more durable. They don't have that super buttery soft leather like these have. And if you have this bag, then you'll be able to feel the difference. Like this feels slicker, almost like it could be a polyurethane kind of coating, but it's not, it's leather. Whereas these, you can feel that it's a soft, buttery kind of leather. So you have to be careful with them. The strap is made of the same leather as the straps on the Neverfull. So it is very durable, not likely to scratch, but will crease very easily. So, you know, with these bags, those are the kind of things that you do have to look out for in terms of the leather. Now, if you have the monogram with the vachetta leather, if you get a scratch on it with time, that scratch will resolve itself, because as the leather patinas, it gets like a barrier or a coating on it. It starts developing like a shiny patina to it, and in time, if you get a scratch on it, that scratch will eventually not show up and it will go away. But not with these. If you have this particular kind of leather, the treated leather, then if you get a scratch, it's staying on there. Now, the part that I got a scratch on, let me tell you what happened. I was so mad. So I was getting out of the car and my son was in the back seat, and it was really windy, so it wasn't really his fault, but I was still upset about it. And when he opened the back door, I was already standing outside of the car, and the wind caught the door and slammed it into my bag, and I was wearing it on my shoulder. So I had it like this, and the door hit this part of my bag, this little loop, and it was actually on this side, and you cannot see it now because I was able to get rid of it, because it was a very, very very superficial scratch. It was like 3 little scratches, looked like 3 little cat scratches, and that's all I could see. I was so upset. I was like, are you kidding me right now? I haven't even had this bag a month and now it has scratches on it. And I'm so OCD. Like I just, as soon as I looked at the bag, that's the first thing that my eyes would go straight to, were those 3 little tiny scratches. So I kept, you know, like trying to rub them out and rub them out. They wouldn't rub out, and they were white. Like when you scratch this leather underneath, it is not dark. It's like a white color. And I was so upset. So I started thinking about it, and I was like, okay, what can I do to make that look dark again? So I have some snow boot oil that I used to waterproof a pair of boots that I had purchased. So I took a tiny bit of it, and I mean tiny, like maybe the size of like the tip of a Q-tip. Took a tiny, tiny bit on my finger, and I took it and I just dabbed it on there, just dabbed, just where the scratches were, I just dabbed it. And then I did not rub it in. I let it soak into the leather, and those 3 little scratches that were very obvious before just completely went away. So the snow boot oil actually darkened those spots so that they are not even visible anymore. And I'm so happy, because I know it was just 3 little scratches, and I know that eventually it's going to happen, but I was just so upset. It's like when you get a new car and you get that first little ding in the door. It's like it's the most painful one. That first one is just the most painful. But anyway, so I was able to get the scratches out, and I'm not saying that that's what you need to do to your bag. I'm just telling you that's what I did to mine to get rid of the little scratches. So it worked, and now we're back to happy land. So anyway, so this is how much stuff I have on the inside of this bag. So I want to compare how much can fit in each one of these bags. So this bag is stuffed to the hilt. Like, I have a planner in there, I have my wallet, I have my makeup bag, everything. And this bag, oh, and I also had this in there. And then this bag, as you can see, is like this huge open cavernous space. But I feel like you can fit more in the Speedy 30 than you can fit in the Neverfull, and it still be organized. Now, obviously you can probably fit more in here because there's more area, because it's taller. But I don't like it when I have my things laying on top of each other, because then I feel like I have to shuffle through the bag to get to something, and I just like for my bags to be a lot more orderly and organized, and I want to be able to see everything that's in my bag. So in my opinion, I feel like you can fit more in the Speedy in an organized fashion than you can in the Neverfull. So I can take all of this stuff out and put it in here for you and show you what it looks like when it's in the Neverfull and how everything fits and sits. So in the Speedy, with all of my stuff, I do not use an organizer. I don't use a base shaper. I don't like them. I kind of like how it has a little bit of the sag, but it really isn't too bad. It's still, you know, pretty flat on the bottom. It still maintains its shape for the most part. And I just really like the way it looks like this. It gives it a more relaxed look. And this one does come with a lock so that you can zip up the zippers and lock them. So if you want that security, you can just, there. You just pop the lock over the zipper over like that, and then you stick the lock through there, and it locks the bag up and it's secure. So another thing that you might have noticed is the colors. So this color seems to be a richer, more brown color than this one. This one seems to be a little bit darker. But I recently heard from another YouTuber that I was watching that there are actually seven, I think, different shades of the Damier Ebene print that you can end up with. And you can see clearly that the lighter brown squares on this are more like a milk chocolate color, and they're a little darker on the Neverfull. And they're both authentic pieces. I purchased both of them from the actual Louis Vuitton store. So yeah, so that was something that was news to me. I didn't know that there were different shades of the Damier Ebene canvas, but when you look at them, it's not a huge difference, but it is a slight difference. And it might just be in the way that they are treated too. Like the coating that they put over the top might make it look darker than what it actually is. But yeah, this one looks browner, like lighter brown than this one. Like I feel like this one has more ebony in the dark, in the dark spots than this one does. So okay, so I'm going to take my stuff out of this one and put it in this one just so you can see a comparison of how this stuff fits. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to put in is the pouch that goes with the Neverfull. And then I have my Erin Condren planner. It's gonna go in there. I have my Henry Bendel sunglasses that I picked up before they went out of business. And they're gonna go in there. I have my little Lily Rain makeup bag. I use this for my electronics. I just got this. It's so cute. And it has the little initial R on the front. It's just such a pretty color. So I have that in there. I have my mini pochette. And I'm going to try to put everything in here the same way that I have it in the Speedy. Gosh, I feel like I'm already running out of space. I have my Henry Bendel Belmont wallet on a chain. And I'm going to put that in there. I have my small cosmetic pouch from Louis Vuitton. Pop that in there. I have this little pink leather pouch that I picked up from Amazon. It smells so good. And I use this to keep my iPhone accessories in. I keep my stuff separate from my son's so I can easily find it. I have a little hairspray bottle, a can. I have some mail. I have my little key clay, which I just have to take off here really quick and pop it on the key ring in here. And that is everything. Well, I guess I'm wrong because it all fit in here perfectly fine. So now it's all in the Neverfull, and this is what it looks like. So it's all in there. And there might be a tiny bit of room to spare, but I had some room to spare in the Speedy as well. So yeah. Now, as for the stuff in the zipper, see, it's empty on the inside now. Nothing left inside. And now for the zipper compartment. Now, the zipper compartments are very different because the zipper compartment on this is much smaller than what fits inside the zipper compartment on the Neverfull. So, I just have some feminine products. And pop those in there. This is the keys to this bag, so I'm not going to actually take those out. And then my little home alarm fob. And that was all I had in this little zipper compartment. This is the textile card that goes to this bag. So now the Speedy is empty and I have all of my stuff in the Neverfull. And so, yeah, so I guess, actually, I thought that there was more room in the Speedy 30, but it's about the same, actually. So, area-wise, the base of the bag for the Neverfull fits exactly the same amount as what the base of the Speedy fits. Yeah, this is a little bit wider, but it's also shorter. So I think that's why they even out and end up being able to fit the same amount of stuff. But as I said, the zipper for this one is much larger, and the one thing that I really like about this bag is that the zipper is large enough to put your phone in. And if you are like me and you have a huge cell phone, I have the iPhone 8 Plus, then you need something that is a substantial size to put your phone in, and your phone will fit. The phone actually will fit in this zipper, but if you put the phone, it's very tight fit. It doesn't stress out the zipper or the pocket. However, if you put your phone in this zipper, you cannot put anything else in there at all. You can't utilize this pocket for anything else at all. So, so it does fit, and I do have a slim case on my phone. But again, you're not getting anything else in this pocket if you put your phone in there. But with this one, if you put your phone in this pocket, you still have plenty of room to put all kinds of other stuff because the zipper is huge on the Neverfulls. Oh, I kind of miss using this bag. I've been using my Speedy since I got it, and now that I have my stuff back in here, I realize how much I love totes. I'm very much a tote girl, but I'm so in love with the Speedy. Like, to me, the Speedy and the Neverfull are definitely the two most iconic pieces in the Louis Vuitton collection, and I feel like you can't go wrong no matter which one of these you choose. And I wanted to do this video because in the event that you are, purchasing your first luxury bag, or, or maybe it's not your first luxury bag, but it's, you're trying to decide between one of these. You can't go wrong with either one, like, honestly. And I truly can say that regardless of which one you choose to get first, whether it be the Speedy or whether it be the Neverfull, I feel pretty confident that no matter which one you choose, you will eventually end up buying the other one as well. So it's really just which one you want to pick up first. You can't go wrong with either one. And the reason that I chose to do a comparison between the Speedy Bandolier and the Neverfull is I felt like it was a truer comparison, because you can also use this as a shoulder bag. Just, the same as the Neverfull. This Neverfull's a shoulder bag, and you can use the Speedy as a shoulder bag. So, it makes it very, very versatile. But I will say that this is a dressier bag. I feel like the Damier Ebene is my favorite print in the Speedy. I feel like it's dressier. I feel like you can wear this casual or you can dress it up. It's a very classy looking bag. I really, really, really love the Damier Ebene Speedies. They're beautiful, and they're very timeless. They're going to definitely hold their value. They've done nothing but increase in value ever since they came out. So you can't go wrong purchasing a Speedy. But I would say this, while I love top handle bags, I'm very much a top handle bag girl. Love top handle bags. I think they're so classy looking. They're so chic and stylish. I would recommend getting the Bandolier. And if you are choosing to not get it just because it costs more, I would definitely rethink that, because I know it costs several hundred more for the Bandolier, but it is so worth it. If you just wait a little bit longer and save a little bit more and get the one with the strap, you will not regret it, because you can take the strap off if you want. You don't have to have the strap on there. And then, it's the same as a classic Speedy, with the exception of it having the leather straps down the side. Mine are still in beautiful shape. They haven't gotten any creases or bumps or wrinkles in them. Everything is still in great shape. And like I said, I've been using this every single day since I got it just a few days before Christmas. So yeah, definitely would recommend getting the Bandolier version over the classic, because I feel like with the classic you're so limited. And I know for myself, as much as I love the classic style and I love the way it looks as a top handle, I probably would not still be using this bag right now if I had bought the classic version and didn't have this strap as an option, because it just limits you so much. And I go to work every day, I'm taking classes, and I just, there's so much stuff I have to carry all the time, and it's been raining so much here lately. I'm so sick of it. And so I really needed, to have the strap so I could put it on my shoulder and still be able to carry stuff and not have to have my hands, at least one of my hands, used with, or tied up with being able to carry one bag. So highly recommend getting the strap. But if you are a tote person and your wardrobe is, mostly casual, then I would definitely, recommend this one as well. Because like I said, you cannot go wrong with either one of these bags. They're both amazing. I'm so in love with both of them. I did opt to go with the Rose Ballerine interior, which I don't regret at all. As kind of another reason why I wanted to get the Damier Ebene Speedy, because I did really love the red interior on this one when you open it up, but I didn't really like the way the red looked up against, I don't know, for some reason I didn't like the red interior on the tote, but I love it on the Speedy. So yeah, anyway, that's just my personal preference. I still think the red one, the one with the red interior, is pretty as well. This was just my personal preference. So I hope this video was helpful to you. The cost between these two bags is not isn't very different. Like this one is $14.50 before tax, and this one is $13.20 before tax. And the only thing though is this one does come with an extra piece. It does come with the pochette. This is very useful. You can use this as a little clutch. And so I think that was one of the reasons why I decided to go with the Neverfull first, because I felt like I was getting more for my money because I was getting an extra piece. And so I wanted to pick up this one first. And that's what I did, and I don't regret it at all. I love both of these bags. I can see myself keeping both of these bags in my collection forever, never getting rid of them. Excuse me. I just love them. You can't go wrong with either one. The Speedy 30 is a little bit more. The Bandolier, if you go with a classic, then the classic is only like, I think it's $1,020 right now. I don't want to say only because that's still expensive, but the classic version is $1,020. Of course, the dimensions are still going to be the same of the bag. Sorry. The dimensions are going to still be the same, you know, as far as, you know, how much the bag will fit. You just won't have the versatility of having the strap on the side. So if you want to go with the classic version, you know, that's up to you completely. You know, if having a top handle bag and only being able to carry it this way doesn't bother you, then by all means go for the classic one, because you're going to save yourself $450 or $430 if you go with the classic. But if you go with the Neverfull, right now they haven't had a price increase yet, but I have a feeling that one is coming. Last year they did the price increase in February, and these bags went from, like, this one was like, I think $12.80, and it went up to it was $12.60, I think, and it went up to $13.20. So it went up like $60. And so if you want one of these bags, I would try to get one soon, or you're gonna probably end up paying a little bit more for it, because that seems to be what they do every year. They just continuously go up on their prices. But like I said, one of the benefits is you do get an extra piece with the Neverfull, and I found that to be really beneficial, and that was really kind of a deal sealer for me. So I went with the Neverfull first. I do want to get the Neverfull GM, and I'm thinking that might be my next bag. I wanted to get a Damier Azur piece, but I'm thinking I may have to wait on that, because I don't know. I don't want to get a GM in the Damier Azur because I feel like it would really get wrecked, and I want to be able to use the GM for like school and, you know, like travel and things like that. I don't plan on being really careful with it, so it's going to be my one monogram piece that I don't stress out about. I'm not going to worry about if the straps patina on it and get dark or whatever. It's just going to be my forever bag that I use as kind of like a dump bag. So anyway, I hope this review was helpful to you. If you have any questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to comment down below. I try to check my YouTube several times a day. I will try to definitely get back to you within 24 hours. Most of the time I reply within a few hours. So if you have any questions, just post them down below. If you have any requests for future videos, I'm open to suggestions. I would love it if you would subscribe if you haven't already, and if you do subscribe, then please don't forget to hit the little notification bell down below so you'll be notified. anytime I upload a new video. It's been a few weeks since I uploaded one because my family's been sick. We all kind of got some kind of stomach bug, one after another, and then I had dental stuff going on and school, so it's just been crazy, and I'll try not to go 3 or 4 weeks without posting another video, but sometimes, you know, life just gets in the way. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.